Well, we apologize. We lost you there for a while. Darian Sanford leads off the bottom of the sixth against John Hayes and takes a strike. It is 0-1. Sanford has singled home 2 runs. He's also drawn a walk, stolen a couple of bases. He drops a bunt down. That will, however, be foul. It is 0-2. Sanford, Gindl, and Terdoslavich batting against Hayes in the bottom of the sixth, with the Barnstormers leading 5-1. We'll catch you up on the top of the sixth inning. Charlie Valerio led off with a single up the middle. Bouncer past the diving try of Zach Schenk. He was forced 5-4 on a grounder to Terdoslavich. There's a popped-up bunt handled by the first baseman McAdams coming in. A fair ball. 1 out. Caleb Gindl to the plate. With Thomas at first and 1 out, Josh McAdams lined a base hit out of the reach of Andrew Applin coming in and to his left. Thomas took third on the play. Ruby Silva struck out, and there is a side note to that. He took a swipe with his bat. The only interpretation I have is that he was upset with himself for going after the pitch, but he came awfully close to hitting Anderson De La Rosa with a fairly wicked swing, and at least I think an apology should be offered afterwards. Ball is outside to Gindl, 1-0, and then Kent Blackstone grounded out on a nice play by Casey Hobson to end it. The Barnstormers still lead 5-1. Ball 2 is inside to Gindl, 2-0. 5 hits for the Barnstormers, including the home run by Hood, the only extra base hit on either side tonight. Southern Maryland has gotten to Lakeland for 6 hits. Ball 3 is upstairs. Gindl bats 3-0. He has walked again tonight, now has 13 in the last 7 ball games, and he is well on his way to number 14. 7-game walking streak for Gindl, and he'll get number 14 in the last 7 games. Hayes now has walked 3. He is not allowed a hit. Joe Terdoslavich is 0 for 3 tonight, bidding for a 10-game hitting streak. Dan Gamache had 3 reach 10 or more this year, and Michael Martinez has had a 12-game streak. Those are the only double-digit streaks the Barnstormers have been able to collect. Terdoslavich with a chance, but this may be his last opportunity. Gindl at first with 1 out. Hayes to the plate, and Terdoslavich looks at a ball high. It is 1-0. Andrew Applin waits on deck. Lancaster 5, Southern Maryland 1, bottom half of the 6th. It has been quite the lengthy affair so far tonight. The ball 1 pitch bounces ahead of Valerio. 2 balls and a strike, or 2 balls and no strikes rather. Beautiful sunset. We have hues of purple and pink and orange. A little bit of blue left in the sky here at 650 North Prince. Terdoslavich takes a wicked cut and misses. That count goes to 2-1. The address of a facility should mean something. Here's the 2-1. Swing and miss, especially when it's in a city street. I grew up 500 Norton Street. I will remember that, I would think, till the day I die. 500 Norton Street, the home of the legendary Silver Stadium in Rochester, New York. There's a plaque commemorating it. Ground ball by Terdoslavich. This could be 2. Blackstone to Garcia, and back to McAdams. A very quick 4-6-3 double play. And Joe Terdoslavich may not have another chance to extend his hitting streak to 10. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. We have gotten through 6 full innings tonight here at Clipper Magazine Stadium. The score is 5-1 Barnstormers.
Here we go, chicken number 1.
Tuxedo Tour and Travel, your go-to motor coach bus company. Supplying your motor coach needs from day trips to multi-day excursions. Trips to New York, Baltimore, Washington, D.C., San Francisco, and all points in between. We can provide you with an itinerary or fulfill all your trip's transportation needs, providing casino trips monthly. Go to www.tuxedotour.com or give us a call at 717-269-3124.
There's a new force in town. Know any young baseball fans? Make sure they're a part of the Storm Force Kids Club presented by Commonwealth Charter Academy. For only $25, kids receive 12 field box tickets. To go with the tickets, the Storm Force members will get a backpack, a t-shirt, an invitation to Silo's birthday party, and a chance to meet Barnstormer players over a bowl of ice cream, plus a lot more. What's better than that? Sign up at LancasterBarnstormers.com or stop by the stadium to get those kids involved.
Into the top of the seventh we go. Lancaster 5 runs, 5 hits, 2 errors. The Barnstormers have stranded 6. 1 run on 6 hits with 2 errors and 9 runners left on base by Southern Maryland tonight. Jared Lakin comes out in favor of Logan Sawyer. Lakin goes 6 innings, allowing 6 hits and an unearned run. He walked 3 and struck out 3. First pitch by Sawyer is bunted foul by Edwin Garcia. No balls and 1 strike. And for Lakin tonight, 97 pitches in his 6 innings of work. 0-1 to Garcia from Logan Sawyer, who's on what you would consider a hot streak out of the Barnstormers bullpen. Next delivery, foul to the screen. Sawyer has Garcia. 2/3 innings. Somerset coaching staff asked me, they saw that note the other day, or when we had him as the hot player of the game, asked me, how is that possible? Is ERA high? I said 2 appearances against Sugarland, and that sums up where his ERA is overall. Grounded to short. Easy play for Shank. He retires his counterpart, 1 out. Sawyer has been terrific and getting better by the outing. His overall numbers still aren't that dazzling. 5.19 ERA, 26 innings, 31 hits, 15 runs all earned with 21 walks and 21 strikeouts. He has 1 out here in the 7th. Joe Benson steps in. This guy has been such a tough out in this series. 3 hits, 3 walks. He's been aboard on a Lakin error. Breaking ball gets the top of the zone. Strike 1 to Benson from Sawyer. Jared Lakin chalks up his 6th quality start of the season. Line drive. Up for it goes Mercedes. Can't get it. It's a base hit. Gendel over to collect it. Benson is on once again. 1 for 2 officially tonight. 4 out of 6 in the series. Designated hitter Dean Green to the plate. Green is 0 for 3. Lancaster will once again set the infield at double play depth. 1 out, 1 on in the 7th. Shank and Turdoslavich try to plug up the hole on the left side. Green is so adept at finding it. Last night his base hit was pulled to right. Benson out to the lead. He has stolen 3 and been caught once. 5-1 Barnstormers playing the 7th inning. Still Christmas lights out in left field on the hillside, decorated throughout the entire week. Ball is outside on the fastball to Green. It's 1-0. The center fielder Corey Vaughn waits on deck. Wind has entirely vanished. The sun is down. Beautiful night here at Clipper Magazine Stadium. Ball 1-0. The set and to Green. That is low for ball 2. With Corey Vaughn waiting to bat next, the Barnstormers will begin to get a left-hander ready in the bullpen. That looks like Harper. Green batting with Benson leading off first. Sawyer deals, and the fastball is low. The scoreboard reads 2-1. I may have missed one of Stu's delayed calls. Benson off first. Here's the 2-1 delivery, and that makes it 3-1 to Green. Some trouble brewing here in the top of the 7th inning. Lancaster without a base hit since the 2-run single by Sanford in the 4th. Dean Green ahead in the count, 3 balls and a strike. Benson leads off first, Sawyer to the plate, and that's cracked to center. A base hit for Green. On to second goes Benson. The tying run is now in the on-deck circle for Southern Maryland. Corey Vaughn will come to the plate. He has twice grounded to third and once flied to left. Switch hitting Charlie Valerio is on deck. We'll see what Ross decides to do here, and hopefully Sawyer can settle it down enough so that Ross doesn't have to make any kind of a decision. 8 hits now for the Blue Crabs in the game, all singles. Shades of the past couple of years, but they've been able to break out a lot more power the last few weeks. Vaughn especially, dangerous man to have in there at the moment. Benson at second, Green at first with 1 out as the left-handed action continues in the Barnstormers bullpen. Sawyer to the high set. His pitch popped up to shallow right field toward the line. Into foul territory is Gindel, and Caleb is there for the catch. The runners are going to hold. Caleb uncorks a strong throw into third. Vaughn flies out into foul territory down the right field line. A big second out in the top of the 7th inning. The Blue Crabs tonight 1 for 8 with runners in scoring position. The 1, a bunt single by Ruby Silva. Charlie Valerio to the plate, 2 for 3 with a run scored. Benson at second, Green at first with 2 outs in the 7th inning. Still a left-hander warming up in the bullpen. We don't have another left-handed batter until we would get to Silva in the number 9 spot. Valerio is the 6 hitter. 58-68 the crowd tonight at Clipper Magazine Stadium. So I was pretty spot on. I said upper 5s to low 6s. Bouncing ball, foul off a breaking pitch. Sawyer is ahead of Valerio. No balls and a strike. Lancaster leading by 4 thanks to a very peculiar 4-run bottom half of the 4th inning. No errors, but a lot of strange things happen there. Knight was not battered around. The pitch is outside and low. Good-looking fastball from Sawyer, but off the money. Velocity certainly there. Sawyer was on the stadium gun about 86 to 89 earlier in the year. Now he's 90 to 92 and occasionally 93. 1 ball, 1 strike on Valerio. That is off the outside corner for ball 2. Third baseman Tony Thomas, known to hit a big home run against the Barnstormers from time to time, is the on-deck batter. 2 on, 2 out, 2 balls and a strike on Valerio. Target set by De La Rosa. The pitch fouled away. It's 2-2. Southern Maryland has marooned at least 1 base runner in every inning tonight. A total of 9. 2 apiece in the 2nd, 5th, and 6th innings. And in the last 2 innings, they had 2 runners on with 1 out and failed to score. Same scenario here in the 7th inning. Valerio bats 2-2. Sawyer ready to go. The pitch, a breaking ball. That is foul to the screen. We are holding at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Now the Barnstormers switch off, and a right-hander begins to throw. And I believe that is Pedro Echemendia warming up down the right field side for Lancaster. 2-2 to Valerio. And the Sawyer pitch, a breaking ball. Way back this one goes. He got all of it over the Tents and a 3-run home run. We have a 1-run game. It is 5-4. Charlie Valerio waited nicely on that breaking ball. He caught the whole thing for his 6th home run of the season. And it is a 1-run contest here at Clipper Magazine Stadium. Oh, Sawyer's run of excellence has come to an end with that 3-run jack by Valerio. Sawyer almost out of the inning, but Valerio gets the big home run. Tony Thomas will come to the plate, but first, Ross Peoples will head to the mound and go to Echemendia. 3 runs, 3 hits given up by Sawyer in 2/3 of an inning. With the pitching change taking place, we'll pause for this.
Localflavor.com, local flavor, localflavor.com, local flavor.
Excuse me, are you saying localflavor.com?
Oh yeah, it's where I save big bucks on all kinds of things. Home improvement projects, dining out, family fun, electronics, jewelry, clothing. I even bought my wife a fancy spa package for half price.
Half price?
Yep, you know all the deals you find in Clipper Magazine.
I love Clipper Magazine.
Well, they're all on localflavor.com too. And you can get them right on your phone thanks to localflavor.com's mobile app. Here, take a look.
Well, this app is amazing. Look at all these restaurants, amusement parks, car washes, fitness centers. This is worth sharing about.
Exactly. Localflavor.com online, the Local Flavor mobile app, and Clipper Magazine together. It's like a triple play.
Do the cheer again. I'm in.
Localflavor.com, local flavor. Come on, everybody! Localflavor.com, local flavor. Localflavor.com, local flavor.
One-run ball game here in the top of the 7th inning. 2 outs, nobody on. Tony Thomas batting against Pedro Echemendia. Thomas 1 for 3 in the ball game so far tonight. He has been thrown out stealing. Pedro in his 11th game for the Barnstormers. He's 1-0 with a 2.08 earned run average. Echemendia ready to go to work. Thomas takes a breaking ball for a called strike. It is 0-1. Sawyer 3 hits, 3 runs in 2/3 of an inning as Valerio gets to him for the 2-out, 3-run homer on a 2-2 breaking ball. Thomas, 9 home runs on the year. Awaits the 0-1 from Echemendia. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. Pedro is ahead 0-2. Well, you look for Echemendia to get this out. Schumann for the 8th, Epley for the 9th. That would be the setup. Should everything go as planned, the Barnstormers wouldn't mind an insurance run or 2. The offense scoring 5 runs at least for the 6th straight game. Fastball is outside. Ball 1 and 2 strikes to Thomas. And now it becomes a question whether or not the pitching holds. Lancaster finding 5 runs to be enough in 4 of the last 5 games. Not last night. 1 and 2 to Thomas. Echemendia is inside for ball 2. Josh McAdams waits on deck.
Winning number of the game, 85-180.
Barnstormers continue to have an uptick at the gate here in 2019. Season total now has climbed to nearly 178,000. 2-2. Thomas lets it go. Ball 3 in the dirt. He's got a chance to draw a walk and extend the rally here in the 7th inning. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Pedro has generally been pretty reliable coming into the game. Here comes the 3-2 to Thomas. He gets the walk. The tying run is on. 4th walk given up by Lancaster pitching tonight. It's only the 2nd time that Echemendia has walked the first batter that he's faced. McAdams to the plate, 1 for 2 with a walk. He hit a 2-run home run here last night down the left field line off of Kyle Davies in the 6th inning. Barnstormers have given up 3 or more runs in an inning now 3 times in this series. They have done it once. The pitch to McAdams doesn't get the outside corner. It is ball 1-0. Remember, Echemendia had Thomas 0-2. He has missed with 5 pitches in a row. Ball 1-0. Thomas could take off. He has been thrown out tonight. Big swing and a miss by McAdams. Echemendia challenged him with the heat. It is 1 ball and 1 strike. Lancaster has been out hit tonight, 9-5. Each side now with a home run. Valerio's coming with 2 mates aboard. The Barnstormers have given up an incredible number of 3-run home runs this season. We have to compare it to other years, but it seems like a lot. There's a strike. And to McAdams, it is 1-2. But the 3-run homer by Valerio, the 15th hit by the opponents on the season. They have also hit 3 grand slams. Thomas, the runner at first base. McAdams bats 1-2 against Echemendia. A little bit of a breeze is picked up once again here in the 7th inning. Echemendia fires to first, keeping Thomas honest. Lancaster 5, Southern Maryland 4 in the 7th inning. The Barnstormers looking to hold on to a victory for Jared Lakin, trying to pick up his 2nd here at home, both against Southern Maryland. One-two pitch. Echemendia is upstairs with it, now 2-2. He uncorked the fastball that almost got away from De La Rosa. Ruby Silva waits on deck. Thomas with a decent-sized lead off first base as McAdams awaits the 2-2. Runner doesn't go. Swing and a foul tip. De La Rosa could not hold on to it. And McAdams is alive, albeit barely, at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Pitch was up and in. McAdams barely made contact. De La Rosa had a glove on it for an instant and couldn't control it. McAdams still bats at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Tying run at first base with 2 outs here in the top half of the 7th inning. Echemendia getting the signals once again from De La Rosa. The set, and now the 2-2. McAdams swings and misses at a fastball. Echemendia gets the Barnstormers out of the 7th inning, but not before a 3-run score on 3 hits, no errors. Once again, a runner is left on base. That is 10 for Southern Maryland tonight. We're at the stretch. The lead has been cut greatly. Now 5-4 in favor of the Barnstormers.
This is Hall of Famer Carlton Fisk. Make your plans today to visit Cooperstown and the Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum.
There it goes, a long drive. If it stays fair, home run.
Reconnect with your memories of the game and make new memories with your family. Check out baseballhall.org today for more information.
Carlton Fisk had a lot of little boy in him right there, Joe.
The National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum, preserving history, honoring excellence, and connecting generations.
Just like a baseball team needs pitchers, sluggers, relievers, and coaches to win games, a fire company needs firefighters, drivers, fire police officers, and administrative help to be successful. Fire companies need to function as a well-oiled team too, through training, preparing, and working together like a team. When an emergency occurs, your local fire company responds to help save lives and property. Maybe it's time you stepped up to bat and offered to hit a home run for your community. Go to becomeafirefighter.org and sign up. You won't regret taking a swing for the fences. Join the fire service team.
Bottom half of the seventh inning, Andrew Applin leading off against John Hayes, who has walked 3 but kept the Barnstormers hitless the last 2 innings. Applin looks at a fastball for strike 1. Andrew 1 for 3 with a run scored after bunting for a base hit to start off the 4-run 4th inning. 0-1, and to Applin, down and away. Ball 1, strike 1. Lancaster ahead by just 1, and trying to ignite another uprising here. Applin, Hood, and Hobson facing Hayes in this 7th inning. The next delivery, Andrew lays off, and it's above the zone for a 2-1 count. The Barnstormers have 5 hits, a home run, and 4 singles tonight, and they have drawn 5 walks. Well, the runners have been there. 2-1. Applin gets underneath and pops this up. It looks playable for Valerio, who will make the catch over toward the Barnstormers on deck circle. Applin fouls out. Hayes has done it to him twice now. Destin Hood to the plate. And if you want to talk about the 3-result hitter, Destin has been quintessentially that here tonight. A home run, and it was a blast to dead center. He has struck out and he has walked, but he wasn't retired on the strikeout. He reached when the pitch bounced away from Valerio. 1 out, nobody on, bottom 7. And Hood takes a pitch upstairs. It is ball 1 and no strikes. John Hayes has not exactly been the epitome of control. He has thrown more balls than he has strikes, but without allowing a hit, he has largely stayed out of trouble. Fouled away 1-1. Zach Schenk has hit the ball the hardest against him, and that was with the bases loaded in the 5th inning, but he lined right to Benson in left field. That closed out that threat. 1 ball, 1 strike to Hood. Hayes ready to go. The pitch coming up in the Barnstormers bullpen. He'll get Silva, Blackstone, and Garcia. Once we get to the top half of the 8th inning, Schuman's had a little bit more trouble with left-handed batters, so not necessarily the part of the order you'd want him facing. But he's become more and more Scott Schuman as appearances have gone by. 3-1 now on Destin Hood. The count definitely in the slugger's favor. 1 out, nobody on here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Hayes ready to go. The 3-1 is met and fouled away. Hood to a full count, 3-2. Barnstormers have been fairly silent at the plate, even in the 4-run 4th inning. Only 1 ball was hit hard. That was the single by De La Rosa. Payoff pitch to Hood. Fouled again. This one straight back. Will continue at 3 balls and 2 strikes. 5-4 Lancaster. The Barnstormers will need to pick up 6 more outs. Southern Maryland on a 5-game winning streak in this season series since the All-Star break. They outscored Lancaster 25-5 on the last visit to Southern Maryland. Southern Maryland up 15 runs to 11 here this weekend. Payoff pitch to Hood, breaking ball, and a doozy for strike 3. Boy, that came a long way back. Hood down looking, 2 outs, Hobson stepping in. 1 out of 2 for Hobson tonight, along with a walk. Take a look at the Atlantic League scoreboard once we're able to refresh the page. Here, 2 outs, nobody on base. How about the York Revolution? New Britain was up early 9-1. It's now 12-8 in favor of the Bees. Only in the bottom of the fifth inning. Hobson a swing and a miss. He's down a strike. It's 0-1. Sugar Land and High Point tied 4-4 into the ninth inning once again. And Somerset has turned it around, up 4-3 over Long Island in the bottom of the sixth. 0-1. Hobson has the bat go flying one way, the ball the other, foul. Hayes has him at 0-2. The strikeout of Hood was the first for the reliever Hayes. And he has kept the Barnstormers certainly in check now for 2 2/3 innings. 2 outs, nobody on. He has Hobson under his thumb at no balls, 2 strikes. Hayes ready to go. The pitch to KC. Sails high and outside. 1-2. That York offense seems unstoppable at times. The numbers since the middle of June or so are staggering. To Hobson, here comes the 1-2. He loops this out to short right. Enough arc on it for Blackstone, the second baseman, to go back and take it. Lancaster quiet in the bottom of the seventh. We will head to the eighth inning. It is 5-4 Lancaster.
When in need of new appliances for your home, come to Gockenauer's in East Petersburg and see what buying from a hometown dealer is all about. We offer the best brands at the best prices, plus deliver, install, and service everything we sell. Don't get burned by another chain store taking your money and then going out of business. Come to the place who has been helping Leicester County for 70 years. Your hometown dealer, making the best brands better. Gockenauer's in East Petersburg.
The constant energy, the tight turns and bustle of the city. Some survive it, others were made to conquer it. The first ever Lexus UX and UX F-Sport crossovers, crafted for the new frontier. UX, starting at $32,000. See Bobby Rahal Lexus in Mechanicsburg.
MSRP excludes delivery, processing, and handling fee of $1,025, which may be subject to change at any time. Excludes taxes, title, license, and optional equipment. Dealer price will vary.
Now here's Scott Schumann as we go to the top of the eighth inning. Ruby Silva, Kent Blackstone, and then Edwin Garcia, the scheduled hitters. Schumann trying to protect what is now just a one-run lead. 6'3" right-hander from Valdosta, Georgia. He's thrown 4 consecutive scoreless appearances, allowing 1 hit and striking out 4. He has wins in his last 2 outings. The first 2 of the 4-game winning streak were Schumann's victories in the late innings. He is done with his warm-up throws, and Silva ready to lead off. He bunted in a run back in the second inning. He has struck out swinging twice, and the last time disgusted with himself for going after a pitch out of the zone when the Blue Crabs were trying to rally in the 6th inning. He took a swipe with his bat. I don't think that he intended to hit anybody or even scare anybody with it, but it came really close to Anderson De La Rosa, and Silva just tapped Anderson with his bat, and I think that was the awaited apology. I think he just said, sorry about that. Lo siento. Silva leads off against Schumann here in the 8th. 1 out of 3 on the night. Schumann ready to go. His first pitch is a fastball that misses outside and low. Ball 1-0 from Scott Schumann. Overall 2-1 with a 4.6 ERA, but the ERA a lot lower in his work out of the bullpen. He's given up just 3 earned runs in 13 innings in relief. Here comes the 1-0, high off the glove of De La Rosa. Silva's going to take off, and we have a Z. It'll be a walk officially. Given up by Schumann, and a Z it is. The tying run goes to first base.
Second baseman Kent Blackstone.
Kent Blackstone is 0 for 4. Anderson De La Rosa failed to reel in a high offering from Scott Schumann. Now the tying run is aboard for Southern Maryland. Tony Thomas, the first guy to do it, and that was in a 1-run ball game at Regency Furniture Stadium. He would come around to score the tying run in the bottom of the 6th against Alejandro Chacin. Now Silva's on. Blackstone batting, and the Barnstormers are anticipating a bunt. Blackstone gets it down, but foul. No balls and a strike. Southern Maryland scored 3 last inning to pull within 1. Charlie Valerio with a booming home run to straightaway right field. And now the chance at least to tie it in the 8th inning. No balls, 1 strike to Blackstone. Action has started up in the Southern Maryland pen. Another right-hander, and that's what you'd expect. They have only the one lefty in Adam Choplik. He threw last night. No balls, 1 strike to Blackstone. Schumann working out of the stretch, brings it home. It's bunted again, foul. And quickly 2 strikes on Blackstone. He does get another opportunity to lay the bunt down, and the Barnstormers have to be aware of that. No balls, 1 strike. The count on Blackstone. Or 0-2 rather. Here's the pitch, and he drops a bunt down. Foul once again. So he's out of opportunities. Blackstone batting 0-2, and if he fouls another one off, he is officially out. He's used up his mulligan. Two strikes on Blackstone. Terdoslavich still doesn't trust him. He's up on the grass. Tying run at first base with nobody out. Right-handed batting Edwin Garcia due next, and we have a delay as Anderson De La Rosa needs eye wash. Anya Holmberg bringing it out to the Barnstormers receiver. Ross Peoples checking as well. Last bunt must have kicked up some dirt into De La Rosa's eye. It looked like his right one. He says he's all right. Holmberg and Peoples head back to the dugout. Oh and 2. Terdoslavich. The pitch, a change off from the bunt, a swing and a foul off, a sharply hit foul out of play to the left. Still nothing in 2. Terdoslavich is not giving Blackstone any room at all over at third base. Middle infielders at double play depth here. Silva takes the lead. Blackstone will switch off again. He swings and misses at a high fastball. Crossed himself up more than anything else. Schumann picks up the strikeout. 1 out in the inning. Garcia steps in. He is 1 out of 4. Schumann now striking out a batter for the 6th consecutive outing. At one point, he went 3 outings without a strikeout, which is extremely unusual for a man who averaged almost 2 per inning last season. Garcia digs in. Benson's on deck. 5-4 Lancaster, 1 out in the 8th with a runner on. Schumann will deliver. That is outside and low. Gets away from De La Rosa, and Silva will take the tying run to second base on a wild pitch. A ball and nothing to Garcia, who could have taken off as well. And that's something that teams do not recognize, is that the hitter can run even if first base is occupied. Not necessarily something you always want to do. Now Warren Nicholson trails De La Rosa to the mound as he and Schumann will discuss signs. 5-4, Lancaster leading top of the eighth, but now the tying run has arrived at second base, and Southern Maryland has two chances to level the score. Schumann peers back for a moment to Silva. Edwin Garcia batting 1-0. Schumann to the plate, swinging a foul. 1 ball and 1 strike. Do De La Rosa and Schumann stick with fastballs here? Change off the Schumann slider. Infielders are back a ways here in the 8th inning. They want to keep a ball from getting through. Silva runs well. One ball, 1 strike to Garcia. Schumann to the plate, swing and a miss. Again, heat. So do they stick with it? One ball, 2 strikes from Schumann. Breeze has picked up a bit, blowing out toward right field. Scott Schumann ready to go, and he'll pull his foot and send Silva back to second. De La Rosa, Mercedes Shank, bottom of the 8th for the Barnstormers. Who hopefully will be looking for an insurance run and not a tie-breaking run. Garcia bats 1-2, and now he'll get a timeout. Edwin Garcia batting at a ball and 2 strikes with the tying run at second base, developing slowly here in the 8th inning. Schumann ready to go. Here's the pitch. He goes to the slider and misses with it. 2-2. Trying to tantalize Garcia off the outside corner. Edwin wouldn't bite. Edwin Garcia has been with the Blue Crabs for a while now. You consider him an Atlantic League veteran. The 2-2, inside and low. That looked like a straight change. He's gone to 3-2 on Garcia. At this point, you'll probably see a fastball. 12th pro season for Garcia, native of Venezuela. Schumann steps off again to send Silva back to second base. It's Edwin's 3rd year at Southern Maryland. He's hit .260 and .288 the last 2 years. Checked into tonight at .245. That hasn't moved much. Payoff pitch is spoiled foul down the right side out toward the old barn. Continuing 3-2 to Garcia. He got to AAA in the Texas organization, both 2015 and 2016 for relatively short stretches. But he was with the Rangers for 9 pro seasons. 3-2 pitch, grounded slowly toward the middle. Shank digs it up. He'll gun down Garcia. That is the 2nd out, but now the tying run is carried to third base by Ruby Silva. And Joe Benson coming to the plate, a guy the Barnstormers have had all kinds of trouble retiring in this series. The only man to get him was Garrett Granitz in the 8th inning last night. Benson grounded out, 3 unassisted there. Tonight he is 1 for 2. He did reach on an error in the 3rd inning. He's walked twice, singled and scored a run. Trying to tie it up here in the 8th inning. Silva at third, now with 2 outs. Schumann ready to go, and the pitch to Benson The breaking ball is good, strike one. Dean Green, the designated hitter, waits on deck. Southern Maryland, because of the new rules where you can run on any pitch that gets away, not just strike three, has the tying run at third with 2 outs. 0-1 to Benson. Schumann ready to go, rears back, another breaking ball, and this one just missed. Ball one, strike one. It didn't quite get back to the inside corner on Joe Benson. And you've got to pitch to Benson with Green behind him. One and one. Silva up the line from third. Schumann fires. It's popped up foul, back out of play. A ball and 2 strikes. The count on Benson. Benson's only trip to the major leagues, 2011 with the Twins. He was 23 years old when he got there. He is yet to make the return. 1-2, Schumann ready to go. Here's the pitch. He got him swinging at the slider. Benson is gone, and Schumann is out of the trouble here in the 8th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and again, Southern Maryland leaves a guy on. 8th inning in a row. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. The Barnstormers are up 5-4.
Like craft beers? Well, the best place to be in Lancaster then is Clipper Magazine Stadium. That's right. Celebrate baseball or just a night with your friends at the Broken Bat Deck down the right field line. The Broken Bat features more than 20 local craft breweries and product from a local winery. Food is sold off a pub-style menu. And new for 2019, there will be a trivia contest every Saturday evening beginning at 5, hosted by Cheaters Never Prosper. So get together, hang out with your friends, make some new ones, and enjoy a night of craft beer sampling along with the Barnstormers game.
Tuxedo Tour and Travel. If you want to be there, we'll get you there. New York, Washington, D.C. We service all casinos, day trips, or multi-day excursions. Lebanon's #1 tour bus company, providing monthly casino trips. Sands of Bethlehem, Resort of Atlantic City, Mohegan Sun of Pocono Downs. Go to www.tuxedotour.com or give us a call, 717-269-3124.
Bottom of the 8th inning, Anderson De La Rosa will lead off against right-hander Brandon Schimmo. He is appearing for the 3rd time with Southern Maryland. 2 hits and 2 runs allowed in 3 innings. He has walked 2, struck out 2, but he's been kicking around for a while with Stan Clyburn. Pitched for him in New Britain in 17 and with the Chicago Dogs last year. Butch had him earlier this season. De La Rosa leading off. Anderson's 1 for 3. The Barnstormers without a hit since the 4th inning. De La Rosa will look at a strike. It is 0-1. 3 innings of hitless baseball for John Hayes. He walked 3 and struck out 1. The left field. Benson, however, is there, quickly darting to his right. 1 out in the 8th inning. Melvin Mercedes to the plate. 0 for 3 for Melvin tonight. at New Britain 2 seasons ago. Schimel was 4-4 with a 4.11 ERA in 53 games. Mercedes batting with Shank in the on-deck circle. Schimel brings it home. Mercedes pops this up. Shallow left field, barely to the grass. Edwin Garcia there for the second out. Cody Epley warming up in the bullpen for the Barnstormers, and he can get heated in a hurry, but it still might behoove Zach Shank to take a pitch or two here to allow Cody to get ready, and Epley has to run into Green, Vaughn, and Valerio. 4, 5, and 6, and it's not going to be easy. Brandon Schimel, product of Kutztown University. The man is sitting to my right on the other side of the glass, Nate Reed, also was there. Though, judging by the age difference, not concurrently. Nate is 31, Schimel is 27. Ball 1, no strikes to Shank. 0 for 3 with an RBI in the game for Zach. Shimel's next delivery is just off the outside edge for ball 2, 2-0. Darian Sanford on deck for the Barnstormers. Lancaster 5, Southern Maryland 4. Scott Schumann, after giving up a Z, gets out of the inning. 2 strikeouts for him. Shank will look at a strike. It is 2-1. The Barnstormers' bats have been pretty well silenced tonight, except for that booming home run by Destin Hood. The other 4 runs coming in a quirky inning, a bunt single and a swinging bunt, along with a bloop included in there. A lot of other breaks. 2-1. Shank with a foul ball to the screen. Schimel is even with him at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Schimel from German, Pennsylvania. He's never pitched in a major league organization. Started with Evansville, the Otters, in the Frontier League in 2014. 2-2 to Shank. Here's the motion and the pitch. Zach drops a bunt down. It's going to be a tough play. Thomas will fire, and he's got him. Oh, what a play by the third baseman, Tony Thomas, charging in after Schimel peeled off. McAdams handling the throw out of the dirt. Shank is retired on the bunt. It's a 1-2-3 inning. The Barnstormers go down, and we will head to the 9th. Cody Epley trying to hold a 1-run lead. It's 5-4 Lancaster.
In the 6th inning, Sugar Land ahead of High Point.
Remove the wrong piece and the whole structure might fall apart. No, I'm not talking about the Barnstormers lineup. I'm talking about the life-size Jenga game that is part of the Subaru Outdoor Experience down the right field line at Clipper Magazine Stadium. There's ping pong, huge dice to roll, and more. Trivia contests take place before every Saturday home game. Group bookings are available, so enjoy the games while at the game and come to the Subaru Outdoor Experience just below the Broken Bat deck.
Picking one thing over the other can be hard.
Oh, toast or avocado toast?
Ooh, 4 or 5-inch heels.
But with pick games from the Pennsylvania Lottery, drawn twice daily, picking's as easy as 2, 3, 4, or 5. Plus, add Wild Ball to any pick game for even more chances to win. It's simple.
Hey, what'll it be? Give me a pick 2, please. Oh, and add Wild Ball. I'm feeling pretty lucky.
Play pick games today from the Pennsylvania Lottery. Must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
It is, of course, Cody Epley for the 9th. Stan Clyburn has managed Cody at Southern Maryland. And the guys to face him, especially the second and third batters of this inning, were Cody's teammates back in 2018 and even earlier for that for Corey Vaughn. Dean Green, 1 for 4, the left-handed batter, starts off here in the 9th inning. This is a big out for Cody Epley to get. Epley facing Southern Maryland, his old ball club, for the 5th time. He does have 2 saves in 2 tries against the Blue Crabs. Overall, he's 14 for 18, 1-3 with a 3.77 earned run average. Opposing hitters batting .333 off of Cody this season. Green leads off. Anybody up there right now is the tying run, as the Barnstormers have not scored since the 4th inning. Epley to work on Green. First pitch, a check swing, a called strike. It is 0-1. Corey Vaughn waits on deck. Charlie Valerios had the big night for Southern Maryland, and he will bat 3rd in this inning. Next pitch from Epley is outside and low. Green bats at 1-1. Epley, number 4 in Atlantic League history in saves. Now with 102. Deals 1-1 to Green. Ground ball sharply foul over toward the Lancaster dugout. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 9 hits for the Blue Crabs. The Barnstormers have 5. Walks are even at 5. But the Blue Crabs have left at least 1 runner on base in every inning. A total of 11 through the first 8 frames. The Barnstormers have stranded 6. 5-4. Barnstormers leading. Dean Green bats at a ball and 2 strikes. Target set by De La Rosa. The pitch is poked foul. Green gets to hang in there for 1 more. The 29-year-old Sooner, Dean Green, out of Tulsa. He is a big fellow. There's very little mistaking him in the clubhouse either. 1-2. Again, De La Rosa sets the target. Epley will deliver low and outside, and we go to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Echemendia and Schumann awarded holds tonight for keeping the 5-4 lead through the last 4 outs. 2-2 to Green. The motion and the pitch outside and low. Epley trying to keep the ball away from the big fellow, but now he has gone the distance to 3 balls and 2 strikes. Payoff is due. Epley to Green. The 3-2 on the way, and it's pulled to right center field. Sanford on the run. He won't get there. The ball out to the warning track. Green chugging for second, and he will beat the throw, which actually gets through the infield and is stopped by Epley. A leadoff double for Green. The tying run is in scoring position here in the 9th inning. Corey Vaughn, 0 for 4, will come to the plate. And we're going to have a pinch runner for Green. It will be Travis Witherspoon. Epley could not get Green to pitch, or to chase a couple of pitches down and away. And Green comes up with the double to right center field. The Barnstormers, of course, were cheating the other way because they've seen Green hit the left and left center so often. And Darian Sanford simply could not outrun it. Corey Vaughn, the batter, with the pinch runner Witherspoon at second base and nobody out. Well, the Barnstormers will have to do a dance now through this top half of the 9th inning. And if we get to the bottom of the 9th, Sanford, Gindel, and Turdoslavich are due. They'd be facing probably Matt Latos. Here is the pitch to Vaughn. Broken bat to Roller. The bat almost nailed Epley, and that is going to be an infield base hit. It's Cody's play, except he had to dodge the bat and lost track of where the ball was. Infield single for Vaughn, runners at first and third. And Charlie Valerio, who hit a 3-run homer just 2 innings ago, will step in. Epley shattered Vaughn's bat, but the barrel headed straight back to Cody. Nobody out in the inning. Witherspoon 90 feet away with the tying run. Remember, Lancaster led last night 4-1, and before you knew it, it was 11-5. Tonight, the Barnstormers were up 5-1 going into the 7th inning. But the bats have completely died tonight for Lancaster. No hits since Sanford's 2-run single in the 4th inning. And now it looks like they may have to get the offense tuned up again. Charlie Valerio steps in with Witherspoon at third and Vaughn at first. Nobody out. Lancaster is playing for the win. The Barnstormers have brought the infielders in. To Valerio, it is low. Ball 1, no strikes. An unfortunate turn for the Barnstormers here in the 9th inning. If it weren't for the shattered bat, it would likely be a runner at third and 1 out. And Southern Maryland would be looking for the tie. Now the Blue Crabs are looking to forge into the lead. One ball, no strikes to Valerio. The pitch cut on and missed. Epley had him trying to lift a low pitch toward that right field wall. Picnic area, which was full earlier, is cleared out. The seating bowl full. Fans enjoying this one again. 58-68 here tonight. Enjoying Celtic night and eventually fireworks. Valerio bats 1-1. Epley comes set. The pitch down and away for ball 2. Tony Thomas, the third baseman, waits on deck. Valerio with the 3-run home run on a 2-2 breaking ball from Logan Sawyer back in the 7th inning. Now trying to at least tie it against Epley here. 2-1 pitch wrapped on the ground to the second baseman. Mercedes will come to the plate. They've got Witherspoon trapped in a rundown. He'll be tagged out by Terdoslavich, and there may be a play at third. Double play as Vaughn is thrown out going in there. 2 outs in the inning. A double play turned 4-5. 2 outs, and Valerio has the tying run all the way back to first. Corey Vaughn trying to take the tying run to third. 4-5 on the first out. And Shank, I believe, got over there to cover at third base. The double play turned. Tony Thomas comes in with 2 outs and a runner on. Brilliant play by Mercedes to come home. 4-2-5-6 officially on the double play. Thomas the batter. 1 out of 3 with a walk. The pitch from Epley is low. Ball 1, no strikes. Not entirely out of trouble, but the picture certainly is a lot brighter in the top of the 9th inning. Heads up baseball by the Barnstormers defense throughout the infield. 1 ball, no strikes to Thomas, a dribbler foul. It's 1-1. 2 outs, tying run at first in the top of the 9th inning. The Barnstormers had the infield playing in. It's probably a ground ball double play if they're back, and 5-5 right now. Mercedes came home. De La Rosa got Witherspoon in the rundown. Terdoslavich tagged him out. Swing and a miss. 1-2. And then Vaughn was caught trying to make it to third base. Shank hustled over there to cover and apply the tag. Stadium is loud. Epley tries to nail it down here in the 9th inning. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Valerio not going the pitch, doesn't catch the outside corner. Stu would not give it to Cody Epley. It is 2-2 on Tony Thomas. I think most human umpires would have given that one, but I'm not sure. 2-2. Valerio leads off first. Thomas awaits. Here's the pitch. Ground ball, shortstop. Shank has it. He'll go the long way. Ball game over. A bizarre double play saves this one for the Barnstormers. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and another man left on base by the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. The Barnstormers have ended their 5-game winning streak against Lancaster. We'll be back with the line totals on tonight's crazy contest in just a moment. Our final score, Lancaster 5 and Southern Maryland 4. At Clipper Magazine Stadium, we have hot dogs and popcorn, peanuts, soda, and nachos. But what if, say, you are only 3 months old and mom wants to have a night out and watch the Barnstormers? Well, thanks to May Grant Obstetrics and Gynecology, the littlest of Stormer fans now have a place to go for dinner during the game. Tots can take mom to the Little Sluggers dugout behind Section 13 at the stadium for a comfortable private feeding experience. A brightly painted room with comfortable furniture and TVs tuned to the game, it is the perfect spot for baby and mom during a night at the ballpark.
The constant energy, the tight turns and bustle of the city. Some survive it, others were made to conquer it. The first ever Lexus UX and UX F Sport crossovers are crafted for those who were made for the city. UX, starting at $32,000. See Bobby Rahal Lexus in Mechanicsburg.
MSRP excludes delivery, processing, and handling fee of $1,025, which may be subject to change at any time. Excludes taxes, title, license, and optional equipment. Dealer price will vary.
Well, it was Celtic night here at Clipper Magazine Stadium, and a bit of the luck of the Irish found its way to the Lancaster Barnstormers, I would have to say. The Barnstormers pick up a 5-4 victory over the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. 5 runs, 5 hits, 2 errors, and Lancaster with 6 runners left on base. Southern Maryland 4 runs on 11 hits with 2 errors, and the Blue Crabs stranded 12. Jared Lakin with the win. He's 4-4. The loss to Dustin Knight, the starter for the Blue Crabs. He is 0-1 on the season. Cody Epley surviving the 9th inning thanks to a quirky double play, his 15th save of the season. Destin Hood homered for the 2nd consecutive night for the Barnstormers. It was his 4th of the season, and the 3-run blast for Charlie Valerio in the top of the 7th was his 6th long ball of the campaign. 3 hours, 5 and 8 here tonight. Sitting back now, ready to enjoy fireworks at the ballpark. A final score again, 5-4 Barnstormers. We'll have the wrap-up show coming your way next from Clipper Magazine Stadium here on the Lancaster Barnstormers YouTube channel.
National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum is a place with thousands of stories to be told. It's a place to relive baseball's greatest moments and share them with future generations. It's a place to experience the game and how it has shaped our history. Cooperstown is a destination with something for the entire family. Our stories to tell, your memories to share. Plan your trip to the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown at baseballhall.org.
Have a great package for our more experienced fans to do both. The Silver Stormers package is open to all fans 55 and above. Get a ticket to all Tuesday home games. Take a walk around our beautiful stadium during the day on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And get a Silver Stormers t-shirt to sport to all of these events. The Silver Stormers is presented by A&E Audiology and Hearing Aid Center. Sign up today at the stadium or at LancasterBarnstormers.com.
A 5-4 victory for the Lancaster Barnstormers tonight as they had to survive threat after threat after threat for the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs to come all the way back in the game. The Barnstormers able to hang on for the victory. A good night, especially for the last three relievers. Jared Lakin, the quality start, his sixth of the season, to record his fourth victory. The Blue Crabs scored first. That's been an ongoing theme of this season, is how often the team that has scored first in games involving the Barnstormers have lost, ultimately, in the contest. In the top of the second, Charlie Valerio singled into left field with 2 outs. Valerio had the big night for the Blue Crabs. And then Tony Thomas hit a bounder toward the third baseman, Joe Trdosnovic, who had made a couple other really good plays tonight. Charged the play, but his throw to Casey Hobson was far off line. The ball deflecting back into right field along the line. Hobson had to chase it down, and by the time he could retrieve it, Valerio was at third and Thomas was at second on the bad throw. Jared Lakin struck out Josh McAdams. Ruby Silva crossed up the Barnstormers defense. He laid down a perfect bunt to the right side of the infield, the drag bunt. Driving in Valerio as Silva beat it out for a base hit, and Southern Maryland was up 1-0. Destin Hood quickly tied it in the bottom half of the sixth inning, launching the first Barnstormer home run of the year to straightaway center field. Destin's second homer in 2 nights and his fourth of the year, 3 of them coming against the Southern Maryland ball club. Lancaster would take charge of the ball game in the bottom half of the fourth inning, and it was a weird inning all the way around. Andrew Applin led off with a nicely placed bunt single, taking advantage of the new Atlantic League rules. He would steal second with 2. Hood game there. New Britain had bolted out to a 9-1 lead, and at last report it was 13-8 in favor of New Britain. Would play in the